Hey, Middleton Young Life friends, it's Diana. Hello, long time, seriously, no see. And I just wanted to share a couple thoughts of hope today. So, last time we got to share a video, we were talking about scenes of Jesus and his life. And so, in the middle of everything we've got going on with this crazy COVID 19, everybody stay home thing, we just wanted to kind of continue thinking about the things that really matter in life. And so today, I am sure that you guys are all just as familiar as I am with how on social media, as we're Snapchatting or sending videos or um, sending pictures, like we edit things and we make sure that everything looks really good on the outside. We're really good at pretending. Um, we're also getting to watch a whole lot of TV. And I have laughed because one of the things that we've watched um, this last couple of days, we discovered this series that was football players from a pretty rough part of LA. And it reminded me of my high school cheerleading days. I know it's hard to imagine, but once upon a time, um, that was a reality for me. And one of the things that we learned in cheerleading really fast, actually, was that you fake it till you make it. And you put on a smile even when you're not happy to be there, and you pretend like everything feels great, even though your body is killing you from falling off of a jump 2 days ago, or a stunt, and you just put on that smile and you fake it till you make it. And I think our culture's done a really good job of that. We fake it a lot, pretend like we've got it all together, when in reality, we're falling apart. Like right now, even in my little corner of my house right now, I've got crazy loud stuff going on downstairs and crazy loud stuff going on outside. And I'm sitting here, um, looks like in a picture, looks like everything's nice and calm. Today, I wanted to share with you an account where Jesus ran into a couple of different people that were pretending to have it all together. Um, and I wanted us to kind of look at what his response was. So in Mark chapter 3, it tells us that Jesus went into a church. They called him a synagogue. And he went into a church, and there was this guy who was in there, but he was hiding with the Bible calls it a shriveled hand, which meant that his hand was disabled. It was probably kind of curled up into his body and kind of not able to be used normally. And in that culture, that was a sign that they thought that it was either because the man had done something wrong and made God angry, or that his family must have. And so this was God's punishment on him, that his hand was shriveled up. And so for him to go worship, he would have kind of hidden it. To go to church, he would have pretended like everything was okay, maybe pretended to kind of tuck it in the pocket of his robe, um, so that he could go out. And so it says that this man was in the church, and then it says that there were some people that didn't like Jesus that were also there. And they were pretending like they were there to worship, but the Bible says that Jesus knew that they were there to see what he would do on the Sabbath day, on their holy worship day. And so what it says is that Jesus simply said to the man with the shriveled hand, "Stand up in front of everyone." And then he turns to the guys who were pretending to have it all together. And he asked them, he's like, "So what's the best thing for us to do on the Sabbath day? Is it better for us to save somebody's life? Or is it better for us to just let them die, to kill them?" They didn't say anything. They knew they had been called out. And so this is what the Bible says. It says that Jesus looked around at them in anger and deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts. And then he said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." And the man took his hand and stretched it out. And his hand, this is the Bible, not me, his hand was completely restored. Guys, I love that Jesus dealt with two different things in that same situation. The first one was the man who had something that he was hiding and pretending like it was okay because he desperately wanted to be accepted in society. And so he pretended like he was okay so that he could go to church and he could be respected by the people of the community. And Jesus knew that, and he asked the man to trust him. And when that man stood up, you know he was going, oh, please don't make them look at me. Oh, I just wanted to blend in. I just wanted to blend in. But he knew that something was different about Jesus. And so it says that he stood up. And when Jesus asked him to stretch out his hand that you know he wanted to hide, he stretched it out. And because he did, Jesus healed him completely. And then that man no longer had to pretend. He really was okay. And the other was the hearts of the men who were pretending to have it all together, when actually they were pretty mean-spirited people. Their heart was not okay. Physically, they might have been fine, but their heart was not okay. And Jesus called them out on it because he knew what they were hiding too. Guys, I love that Jesus, when he came as all man and all God, showed us what God's heart for us really is. And in this passage, I think that it brings up a couple of questions. So as you're brushing your teeth the next couple of days, I want you to be thinking about this. Where's my heart been hurt? Where have I been hurt that I've tried to hide it from other people? What hurt am I hiding? And then the second question is, am I willing to let Jesus heal it? Am I even willing? Guys, know that your young life leaders are praying for you, and we would love to chat with you about that and to pray for you through it. The coronavirus is big, but the stuff that's going on in your heart is just as big to God, and he cares every bit as much about you as he ever has. So know that we love you, we're praying for you, and we'd love to chat with you. So have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.